Oh, so can I go now? All right, well, I'm back on the channel. So pretty much, this is the new car. Pretty much picked it up from a guy in Toowoomba for about $8,000. It was just a bare cab, chassis, that was it, with the motor just sitting in there. Then we took it home, pulled it apart. It was a super fast build. I think it was like maybe 6 weeks, 7 weeks, start to finish, from what it looks like now. So I think in the first week, we pulled the barrier out, got it sanded, ready to go. Second week, it was paint. Third week was, I think, just all interior. Fourth week was motor. Fifth week was motor blown up, motor back in. And then like fifth, sixth week, we're pretty much just getting it all to what it is now. So I think it is one of the fastest builds we've done. But the reason we did it was we had the LS for traveling and it was great car, but it just wasn't suited for us. Like the fuel consumption differences, the power, the torque we have now is better for what we do. Won't be for everyone, but for what we do, it's been great. Having the canopy set up as well, instead of living out of a wagon, living out of the wagon was it's just a bit different compared to the canopy, where we just jump out of the car, get in the canopy, grab our food, make our food, whatever it may be. And this car now suits us a lot better, to be honest. Would I go petrol four-wheel drive in the future? Maybe, as like a drag street car, but I'm gonna stay diesel for now, I reckon. Like I said, I've even been on the channel last time in the Wagon, so the Wagon still has top spot. I've still watched every single episode that comes up. Has top spot of being the fastest car on the channel.
Oh my God, dude. I've never seen a 5 before.
Back to this car though, when we did Cape Trip in the Wagon, we kind of realized what we needed to change. That was a massive turning point when we did our first major trip, which was Cape York. We kind of realized that we've got to change the setup. It just wasn't suited for us. With this build as well, so there was a few different changes, like the LS conversion was done a lot by myself, like pretty much the whole setup was done by myself for the LS conversion. When it comes to the FTE swap, there was a lot of boys involved in helping with this build because one, they've already done it before, I haven't. So it was great having other people who've done FTE patrols help along the way, give me pointers, also help out with fitting the motor, bits and pieces. So that was really good. Other than that, pretty much paint, I had to send it someone for paint because obviously I cannot paint yet. I would love to know how to paint. So I think that's about it. Other than that, all the fab work was done by a fab shop and everything was done by me then after that. When we put the motor in, all was good. We were heading to the dyno, started up, had big injectors in it, which we kind of thought at the same time that was the problem because it had a slight little misfire when it was cold. We're like, oh, it's probably just big injectors. We'll get it tuned and just see how it goes. When it got on the dyno, the boys were like, pretty sure this is a bent rod. We have seen this a lot with FTEs and bits and pieces, especially from donor cars because a lot of them can be in rollovers, flooded vehicles, and well, mine was flooded. I didn't know that at the time. So we took it home from the dyno, pulled the motor down the same day. Turns out it had 3 bent rods in it, which sucked. But we pretty much put the rods out. We're gonna put new rods there and then, but the bores were way too rusted out. That's how we knew it was a flood damaged motor. So another week went by, motor was out, got fully rebuilt and back in, and then we sent it back to the dyno and got retuned. My first trip in it was just recently. We pretty much built the car and headed off. So we did a massive Australia trip. We left from Brisbane, we did South Australia, WA, all up WA coastline, went Exmouth, straight back through the centre, through Northern Territory, Uluru, and straight back home. That was a period over about 7 weeks. Towed a caravan along with us, about a 3-ton caravan. And we didn't have any issues. We probably had dirty fuel. So that was great for a car's first major trip shakedown to only have dirty fuel. I think that was about, oh, and popped the airbag, but those airbags were out of the Wagon. But other than that, it did well. Going from using 35 to 32 litres per 100 in the Wagon, jumping into this, which was only doing about 16 to 17 while towing, was just night and day. We're getting double the distance for the price. It was, yeah, we didn't need jerry cans like the last time we went. We had jerry cans everywhere, in the front of the caravan, on the back of the car. This, we didn't need any of that, so, and another thing as well, spares. Spares were just a massive thing. LS, we took heaps and heaps and heaps of spares because a lot of things weren't like you couldn't cross-reference with bits and pieces. Like my fuel pumps were special. I had all braided fittings, hoses, like everything was a bit different. But this, I've tried to make everything factory. Like I did actually blow a clutch fan hub. I went down to some little town. I think it was Auto Pro, it was a little store there. Went in there, they had a clutch fan on the shelf, ready to go, because it was a Toyota Motor Swaps, like everything for parts I need is there. When that was like another major thing when we did the car that we wanted kind of thing. If you want to see this, do the fastest time, hopefully, the link is down below for the next episode.